everyone, it's Taylor here today, and I am in gift giving mode, so I wanted to share with you how I created this set of rainbow monogram cards for my sister Whitney, along with a desk calendar for her to display on her desk. We'll be starting with the designer masking stencil in the rectangle shape. I'll be using that largest rectangle. I'll be blending within that shape using my blender brushes and several various inks in a rainbow of colors. I have Cherry Pop, Lemon Meringue, Cookie Monster, Jelly Donut, and then I'll be doing my image stamping with Oreo. For the monogram itself, I will be using the Noteworthy set. I have that From the Desk Of circle that I'll be stamping within my blended rectangle. And then we have our Initially collection of dies. All of the alphabet letters are sold separately. You can see you get one large letter along with a capital and a lowercase of that same letter. So I'll be using the lowercase w for this project. Then I have the Noteworthy belly band that will decorate the card box to hold my set of note cards, and the Rainbow Brite 6x6 pattern paper pack. Then I picked up a 5x7 photo frame in a vertical display from my local store, and I'll be using that to do the calendar for the gift. I also have the big butterfly stamp, and this is our mini tear-off calendar. It comes with 10 in a set. You can see when you tear off that front page, it starts with January 2020, and the recipient can then tear off each additional month and kind of keep that on their desktop to remember throughout the year. So we're going to get started with that rectangle designer masking stencil. If you haven't used these before, they are etched with the lines that line up perfectly with an A2 card base and the layer that goes right inside an A2 card base. So that makes sure that that rectangle is perfectly aligned over your cardstock. I'm starting blending at the top with my red blender brush and the Cherry Pop ink. Now I'm not going to use every single color of the rainbow because when you combine red with yellow, I have the Lemon Meringue ink here. When you combine those two colors, you're going to get a beautiful blend of orange in between. And I'm going to continue that down with the Cookie Monster. So when you do the blue and yellow together, that makes a pretty green color. So there's no need for green ink. You certainly could, if you wanted a little more vibrant color, add all of the colors of the rainbow in here. But I'm just using these 4 colors to blend across that cardstock. I'm going to repeat this step several different times so that I have 6 different blended backgrounds. When we pull that off, you can see the beautiful mask that you get around the outside edge, leaving the white intact on the card base and then that beautiful rainbow blend in the center. So now I'm going to set up that From the Desk Of stamp inside my MISTI. I have one of those blended backgrounds and I just want that stamp to go right down there in the bottom corner of that blended area. I'm inking that up with the Oreo ink, and then it'll be easy to repeat several times with the rest of my blended backgrounds. Now the next step is going to be to add the monogram to the center. So I've die cut several of these W's that I'm just going to adhere with some of my Tombow Mono Multi Liquid Glue. Again, repeating that step 6 times so I have a nice set of cards for my sister. Now I have here the card bases. I've done one in each color of the rainbow to match the ink colors that I'm using. So I have Cherry Pop, Candy Corn, Lemon Meringue, Lime Zest, Cookie Monster, and Jelly Donut. I want these to be easy for my sister to mail, and so I'm just going to adhere them directly to the card base. I'm not going to do anything fancy, popping anything up, because I want them to be easy for her to write in and easy for her to mail. So I have a nice array of rainbow colored cards all finished, and now we're going to create the box to store the cards. So we have clear card boxes at Tailored Expressions, and this Noteworthy belly band is designed to fit perfectly around the outside of the clear card box. So I've cut those pieces out of the Rainbow Brites cardstock, and there are score lines on the die cut that you can just fold in from the edges. I'm adding that From the Desk Of, and then I will assemble the clear card box, and place that belly band around the edges, just forming it and adhering it around the sides. You can see I'll leave one piece intact with the card box and add my adhesive to the other side, just so that I get a nice snug fit around that box. I like to use the box as I'm adhering to make sure that it perfectly lines up there. So you can see that belly band will slide from top to bottom. If you don't want it to, just add a little bit of adhesive to the back of that. I'm adding that coordinating W to the center and packaging it up with envelopes to coordinate with my card bases. So all of those 6 cards and 6 envelopes fit perfectly within that clear card box, and it makes just a really nice presentation as a gift for someone on your list. Now, the other thing I wanted to make my sister was a nice calendar that she could display on her desk, something that reminds her of me throughout the year. So I have here that rectangle mask that I've set up again, keeping the outside nice and white and crisp. So I'm going to go ahead and blend with the same combo that I did previously. I started with the cherry pop on the top along with the lemon meringue, together make the orange, finishing with the Cookie Monster overlapping to make the green, and then the jelly donut at the bottom. Now I am taking that big butterfly stamp and I'm going to stamp that with the stencil mask still in place using the Oreo ink. And you can see when I remove that, it is perfectly stamped within that opening, and you can take off that stencil and see the lovely crisp white contrast that we got around the outside of that image. Now I'm taking that photo frame and placing my stamped butterfly inside. I'm going to add a piece of black cardstock just to make that calendar pop off of the white along the bottom, adhering that to the outside of the frame so that my sister can remove those months as they pass throughout the year. And then I'll just adhere that calendar right over the top of the black piece, and the calendar piece is finished. So I hope my sister loves this set that I made for her. I know she will get good use out of it. She is one that loves to send cards. So if you have someone on your list that this would be appropriate for, I hope you will take a look at the Tailored Expressions website, where you can find all of these products at tailoredexpressions.com.